Here's looking crazy. Yeah, Trayvon's asking me why I don't post on YouTube, and I told him I do, but I have a members only section, and I thought about doing a new channel for the public, but I was like, nah, because I'd rather, because if I have a public channel, then what's the point of having a member section? Because I have members who are willing to pay, you know, to see what I'm up to. I value that more than a free channel for the public, because the general public, it's more negative than positive, and I think it's because of the way I am, because I'm so centered, and so self confidence that someone who's like looking for somebody to hold their hand, I'm not that one. So over a long period of time, I get more hate than love, right? And I understand that because, when I think of life as a pyramid, you know, I don't even want to explain it. For me, it's better to have a members only section, whereas anyone who's gonna pay for a membership to get with me knows how I am and who I am. And, for instance, like this DSP thing, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good right now. Assuming it's still going good over the next for the next 4 weeks, because it just launched. So, being that it just launched, I'm gonna have my you have to have doubts in the beginning, because that's how it is. But after like the first 2 weeks, the first month, that's when oh man, this is the real deal, right? So, but so far it's been going pretty good, and I think if someone is a member of mine, which I did get a couple of referrals, and they got into DSP as a result of being watching me, and then a month later they're like way up, as far as profit goes, then that's a good thing. And I don't think I need to reach a wider audience for that. Yeah, I think in all the times I've ever made a lot of money on the internet, most of those times nobody knew who I was. You know, I was always like in the background. It was never about me. I think, of course, it became about me when I started doing like the spiritual stuff. And then that wasn't about making money. That was just about like spiritual enlightenment. And so now, and that's actually more important to me than money, of course. And I think the way the world is today, I don't think there's too much space for spiritual enlightenment. I think all the enlightened ones have already, they're not on the internet. At least not like that. They're not in social media. They're off camping. They're off enjoying themselves outside, just like how I enjoy myself outside, doing the bounce houses and going into nature. I mean, um, yeah. So yeah, I like the idea of having a small circle. Because even like right now, I'm doing the video I made yesterday about DSP, about how my strategy, my strategy for dealing with DSP it's so good that it wouldn't work if I was dealing with a large audience. Because if I have like 2 or 3 people copy what I'm doing, that's fine. But if I have like 20 or 30 people copy what I'm doing, then it's not gonna work. I mean, it wouldn't work as good as is if it's only a couple of people. So having a small circle, to just share my most amazing techniques and strategies from knowing the ins and outs of blockchain tech. You know, it's good to share that with a small circle, not a large audience. I do like the whole idea of teaching others, though, like to say that, man, this is what blockchain is all about. And but I think a lot of that stuff goes over. It's like I don't find it difficult, going onto a blockchain and looking at Tron or looking at Etherscan and going deep and looking at stuff and figuring out the back way, instead of going to because like right now, I'm going into the auction lobby for DSP, but I'm not using the website. I'm interacting directly with the contract because the website isn't up. You know, the website needs some work. I think they got it good now, but I'm going directly to the contract because I know for sure I'm gonna get in and it's not gonna be an issue or anything. So yeah, even when I was like doing Hex, when Hex first launched, and I was doing my videos, and I'm going on Etherscan and I'm showing you this is the flush address, this is how you flush it, and all this stuff. I didn't see anyone else making videos like that. And so I can make them, but it's only gonna reach a small circle. I could reach 1,000 viewers, and only 10 of them are gonna see the value there, or care to comprehend. You know what I mean? It's like saying, yeah. It's not like saying yeah, but it's like saying sit in a trigonometry class. It's kind of like that, but it's not like trig. It's not hard like trig. It's just I don't know, man. It flows through my veins. Have you heard about whatever that is? Oh, oh. Who's asking me that question, I don't deal with projects, man. I deal with smart contracts that are complete. I don't deal with promises. I don't deal with borrowing and lending. I don't deal with, you know, I don't do that, man. Listen, man, if I'm dealing with something, forget about everything else, right? Because it's what I'm doing is what it is. It's not anything else. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, even when I see the word CFI, come on, yo. CFI? Centralized finance? That's like saying, you know what I mean? And come on, centralized finance, yo. You're gonna come into blockchain technology and talk about centralized finance. You know who created that? You know who I first saw using that term? Binance. I could go to the extreme and say that's communism. That's communism. Centralized finance is communism. Decentralized finance is freedom. So if you're into anything that says centralized finance, you're a communist. You know what I mean? Whew. But you know what? There's a balance for every. There has to be like I'm gonna tell you what centralized finance does. It comes and offers a balance for decentralized finance. So here's decentralized finance. It's let's call it a sperm, a sperm, right? So the sperm is a sperm. A sperm is alive, right? So the sperm is alive, and then when the sperm makes a child, right? It needs the egg. So centralized finance is the egg, right? Boom. So centralized finance is the idea that supports the flip side of decentralized finance. So you choose which side you're gonna be on, and the best side to be on is I'm gonna be the sperm. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the sperm, man. That's what I know. Freedom. There's like see there's a very large number of users in crypto who have no idea what decentralized is all about, right? So anyone that's on Binance Exchange and they keep their funds on that exchange, that's who centralized finance is for, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna use it, you know, and that's good. It actually helps to support. Think of it as a pyramid, whereas decentralized finance is at the top and centralized is at the bottom, right? Everything's a pyramid, man. And the more decentralized you are, is the higher you go to the top of the pyramid, right? So I don't. Do I have any? I don't have any. I don't have access to any crypto. Well, no, but it's not. That's not my account. So, yeah, I don't have. I don't have any account actually. I don't have any account with my name on it. So that means I'm decentralized. I have a bank account though, but there's no money in it. Oh, and I do have credit cards, but that's just what it is. That's credit. But as far as in crypto, I have nothing with my name on it. Yeah, I do have an account with one exchange, an exchange called Coin. Was it Coin Exchange? Because that's where that's if I want to, which I haven't done it yet. If I could go there and trade LBC, but I think the fact that that's probably why I'm holding more because I used to swap LBC using Simple Swap, but for some reason it's not on Simple Swap no more. So now if I want to sell LBC, I gotta go on Coin Exchange, and it's like the thought is just like, nah, man. Even if I want to buy, I gotta go on Coin Exchange, and I'm like, oh, man, no, man. I'm so. It's like I'm stepping down. I'm stepping down. I'm using the latrine. When I was growing up in my school in the mountains, even my son went to the same school. You have the bathroom that is outside, and it's a latrine. So it's a bathroom that's built separate from the building, and then you open it's all made of wood, and you open the thing, and it's just a deep hole in the ground, right? So there's no electronics. It's not a toilet that you can flush. It's just a wood thing. You open it, and there's a deep hole in the ground, and you use the bathroom. And the school one was like a building, and you had like one, two, three, four, maybe five of them, you know. And so that old school, that's like going to use a centralized exchange. You know, it's just old, man. But when I think about the fact that I've lived a life where I used, even in school when I'm going to school, and my son too, he went to the same school in Jamaica, used that bathroom. I feel like I've been alive for hundreds of years, because there's I would say, what percentage of people am I gonna be around, right? What percentage of people can I walk out of here today? If I'm out, if I go and if I go to Disneyland today, how many of those people at Disneyland, Disney World, can say that they've used the outside latrine, outside bathroom, whereas it's just a wooden bathroom with a hole in the ground? Now, there's probably a lot of if you live in the country, there was a one woman that I met a white lady. She was like 80 something years old. She was a real estate agent, and she was telling me about how she used that when she was younger, and I'm like, oh, what? But yeah, growing up without electricity is like amazing, man. What's up, Bison News? So now we got 3 bounce houses scheduled for this weekend. I set up our bill. Our main bills are car payment and rent. And to pay the car payment and rent, it's $650 a week. So figure 4 or 5 deliveries pays the bills. Yeah, 4 deliveries pays the bills. Yeah, man, because like instead of paying one big rent bill, I figured out that it's easier just to pay it every week. Like, even instead of paying one big car payment, it's easier to pay the car payment every week, you know? And that way it's just like it's not a heavy thing, you know what I mean? It's just like you gotta make that money week to week. And then to buy food, crypto. I use cryptocurrency. Right now, when things get slow, use cryptocurrency to buy food, bounce houses, pay the big bills. Another bill is car insurance, but we pay that every 6 months. We get our car insurance for $1,000 every 6 months. That's a pretty good deal, man. I find it interesting how we choose to exist in the United States, whereas we've been here since 2010, or 10 years we've been here with no insurance, right? No insurance. In fact, the first year we were here, we were on welfare, we're on SNAP, where we get those government cards where you buy food with it. Our first year living in America, we was on government assistance. And so, but we're existing here with no insurance, no debt, no ownership of anything. Because, well, we own the house. Juliana owned the house, but now we don't own a house anymore. So now we don't own anything. Not even the car. The car, we don't own it because we are paying a monthly payment for the next 5 years or whatever. You know, sure, it would be nice to pay it off one day, but maybe next year. I would only pay off the car if I made like, or if she made, not me, she was able to make like $1 million in crypto. But maybe not. Maybe I just keep paying the car payment. You know what I mean? Just like whatever, yo. Just keep paying the car payment. Cause then it's better not to own the car, right? Just let the bank own it. Yeah, just to be free. And like 6 months before the car payment is paid off, trade it in for another car payment. Right? And always have a car payment. You excited? What bull run? I don't know about no bull run, man. I don't like to I don't know, I'm not into expectations like that. I see like 50 million. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about bull run. I think Bitcoin can slowly go up, but when you say bull run, it's like seeing massive green candles for like, another day, another green candle, another green candle, another green candle. Um, I don't know. I think that's, when I look at what's going on in the world, bull run, I don't know about that. I think a slow creep, you know, slow creep. And also, you say Bitcoin, I mean, there's a possibility that Ethereum can, Bitcoin's not going to, I mean, there's a possibility Ethereum can take the number one spot from Bitcoin. Because, for instance, I saw how like Square put 50 million into Bitcoin, what, yesterday or a couple of days ago? And what? Nothing, I mean, sure, the 50 million going in is not going to pump it, but the news about it to say that, oh, Square's didn't do anything to the price, right? The price didn't go up, it didn't go down either. So it's like all the bad news, Bitcoin price still the same. All good news, Bitcoin price still the same. So it's just like, you know, I think what it's coming down to is utility. Like Ethereum has utility, Tron has utility. You can do smart contracts, and they have a head start on all the others as far as smart contract platforms. So you have all these new ones coming out. Yeah, we can do smart contracts too, but Ethereum and Tron has a head start. So if it's gonna come down to utility of what we actually use this crypto to do, how can I make more crypto with this crypto? Then you're talking about Ethereum, you're talking about Tron, talking about library, stuff that you can do, stuff that's like a legitimate use. Even EOS too. So smart contract blockchains are more likely to have a bull run. I don't like that bull run idea though, man, because it's like it's already. I think what happened before with the whole in 2017 is where it's like the world didn't know about crypto, didn't know about blockchain tech, and 2017 was the year that the world learned about it, and so that's done. That's done. There's no, oh, the world knows now. Everybody knows already. So what's it gonna take for it to go up more? Well, it's gonna take actual utility. And Bitcoin is good as far as a hedge against fiat, right? But you know, I don't know. I don't see where fiat is gonna have a problem, man, because I saw a report yesterday that 50 people in America own 50% of the wealth in America. So 50% of the wealth in America is in the hands of 50 individuals. Now, when people get more disgusted about stuff like that, well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't see where if that's good or bad. It's like, because these 50 individuals, I mean, there's a limit. Let me tell you one thing about having lots of money. There's a limit on what you can do with a lot of money, right? As far as an individual goes. Because you don't have that much time, You have a limited amount of time. So when you have a lot of money, As far as what you're gonna do with it to serve yourself, there's a limited amount of money that you can spend to serve yourself based on the amount of time that I have. Beyond that, I have to use the money to serve others, right? Others. So if I have billions and billions of dollars, it's hard for me to spend that or just on myself to serve myself because I don't have enough time to spend that much money to serve myself. I can only have if I'm going to spend if I it's like sex. If I want to have sex with 50 women today, well, physically, am I capable of doing that? And how much would that cost? It's not gonna cost that much, right? And is it gonna take me all day? Yeah, it's gonna take me all day, right? So there's a limited amount I can spend on myself. So what happens to the rest of the money? It goes to others. And then or it sits there in the bank account until others figure out how to take it, right? So I don't, as long, so all that wealth being in the hands of us, it's just a matter of time before either they have to give it up to everyone else, or, in order to even the playing field, a distribution has to happen where only 20%, instead of them having 50% of all the money, you know, um, distribution happens to where they still have the same amount, but it's 20% instead of 50% because maybe the government prints money and gives it to everyone. You know what I mean? So I just don't see a problem for fiat anytime soon. And as long as fiat is not going to have a problem anytime soon, then cryptocurrency will need actual utility to have value, right? Like Bitcoin is like the thing for Bitcoin is like it's a hedge against fiat falling apart, like there being like a problem with fiat, and I just don't see that there's going to be a problem with fiat, man. They have this argument, well, it's not backed by anything. Well, it's backed by belief, and belief is powerful, man. Belief is powerful, man. It's backed by belief, and it's backed by experience. And there's only so much a person needs to be happy, right? So as long as anyone who's content and happy, and they're only making us X amount, then they're content, they're happy. So they don't. So it's like, being wealthy is not a big deal. It's like you just want to be wealthy. Is like you want to be happy and content. You don't want to be stressed out. You want to be slaving, and if you can figure out a way to be not stressed out and not slaving, it doesn't cost a lot, man. And stuff like when COVID came around, man, and then all these people join these long lines for food. When they're sitting in that line waiting for that food, they're thinking, man, I need to fix my life. I need to be more efficient. I need to cut back. So they have time to think about how they're gonna rearrange themselves so they don't have to sit in a food line ever again, right? And it's not hard to figure that out. It's just like you never had a reason before, you know. Especially if you have kids and you have to be sitting there in a food line, you're like, man, I can't be doing this. And all that time you're sitting there waiting for that food, you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? You're gonna come up with something. You're gonna come up with something. Be like, yo, you know what? I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to stop dealing with that person. I need to stop. I need to stop smoking. I need to stop drinking. Cause shit, how much money I spent on alcohol this month? Damn, I spent that much on alcohol. I need to cut back on drinking. You know what I mean? So it's like all these bad habits, you throw them out the door and then you become more efficient and then life gets better. So, you know, it, COVID is like put people in a place to think for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, cause you can't go to work anymore and be around a whole bunch of people who's gonna support your bad habits or support your wrong way of thinking. When you sitting at home and you lock down in the house and you there thinking, you know what, man, I need to fix my life. Now I got Walmart delivery, $100 annually worth it. I do the Amazon yearly. We only buy food at Walmart. When do we buy them? We don't like all we buy is food. We buy food. So um, I don't see where the Walmart delivery. I guess you probably have a big family. If you have because Publix is right down the street. I get my food with the boxes. Worth it for food. Okay. I might do that. I might do the Walmart delivery. I'll ask Juliana, see if she's up to it. I say, Juliana, what if you didn't have to go to Walmart ever again? Would that be worth $100? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay. At ASDA to get some alcohol for Doc tonight. I haven't drank. When was the last time? Let me see. I drank. All right. I can't say I haven't drank because I'm not an alcoholic. But the last time I've drank maybe 3 times this year, because I had some alcohol on Juliana's birthday. I had one of those big Coronas. One big Corona. I had some. Yeah, I think that was it this year. All right, that's it. I didn't I drink. I think I drank one more time. I think I drank twice this year, and it was just a little bit. UK version of Walmart. Okay, Asda. Oh yeah, drunk on crypto. Sonny's still celebrating his Ethereum gains. Party don't stop. Are you any of y'all doing the DSP thing? It looks like it's pretty good, man. I mean, it's a risk. the first couple of weeks, but once you get past that, it's like, it's the best thing I've seen on Tron in a long while. Yeah, Ryan, I saw your video. You gonna make a lot more too, right? I mean, as long as you get to collect, which from what I'm seeing, what's going on in the background as far as the devs and so forth, they seem very serious. Like they really want to make things happen, right? And I haven't confirmed this, but it looks like the pre-mine was sent back to them. You know, at least a big portion of the pre-mine that I was talking about, they took it back, right? And the only reason I think that could happen is because they're serious about getting past the launch, getting past the first part. And you know, if there's gonna be any distribution of any pre-mine, it's gonna be a long time from now. If Trey can be, um, he can, because it sounds like, you know, from me talking to him, especially today, it sounds like he's gonna really he's gonna really take it seriously and go at it hard. You know, as far as marketing it and everything. So yeah, you know, but the thing with Trey is, man, I wish he would just like focus on one thing. You know, so because in the crypto, man, there's only very few things that are worth dealing with. You know, and so when you find something good to deal with, it's best to just focus on that one thing and ride with it, you know, rather than be all over the place, this thing and that thing, and like, you know, you're dealing with 10 things and then none of them are gonna fail and only one's, you know, why not just deal with the one that is like looks the most promising, right? And then forget about, because like when you deal with 9 things, that's like money going in, like people who are you're reaching, they're gonna put money into those other things that are gonna fail. Like some of them are gonna win, but a lot of them are gonna lose, right? But if you're dealing with the one thing that's like, yo, this thing right here is just like a diamond, that you just focus on that and forget about everything else. Is the is the with DSP? I stick with Gandhiji. Yeah, that paid off. That's paying off. Yeah, you get that one thing that you know that this is a thing, you know, and you just stick with it, man. Like I think I'm like that with Hex, but because Hex already has Richard Hart and a whole bunch of other people who are supporting it, then I don't need to support. But if I was like making videos every day about Hex, you know, I'd be making tons of Hex, you know, because I can make better videos than everyone else. Like I could do a better job making videos about it than what I see anyone else doing, you know, because I'm gonna go into, but um, I don't know. I'm just it's like Hex is not a. I'm not 100% on it until 6 months from now. You know, 6 months from now is when I'll be 100% as far as like confident about. Yeah, because I'm not in Hex in such a way. Whereas, for instance, there's a private chat with only developers. Like I can get into that, but I don't want to, man. I don't want to. I think I'm too good for that, you know. And I don't like all that backdoor stuff. I don't like that. I like that anything I'm doing is public, and it's either it's I'm dealing with people in a public way, and I'm dealing with the blockchain, you know, so whatever information I'm getting is available to everyone. So whatever's on the chain, anyone can get that information. That's public information. When I'm dealing with these videos, that's public, or at least this is public, you know. I have a private members that I do videos, and those videos definitely need to be private because the information that I'm sharing isn't some stuff that I want to show everyone, because it wouldn't work if I showed it for, if I showed everyone. Yeah, after the AA lobby is done, is definitely when it's going to prove itself. Yeah, the community in Hex is the best community in crypto. You know, is the best community in crypto for sure. Especially you have women in the community. Like a lot of women are in the Hex community. Um, it's a wide range of different types of people. You know, you have women, you have men, you have old men, old women, young women. You know, celebrities. You know what I mean? So it's like TV stars. Son, the Hex community is unlike any crypto community. Yeah, but I don't know about this Ghost to Richard. I don't get that. I don't. You're just speculating, right? Anyone who says that, they're just speculating, man. Listen, Richard didn't write the code. Richard is a marketer, right? Richard didn't write the code. So you trying to tell me the developer who wrote the code? And so you say it goes to Richard though. Richard is already a wealthy person as far as I can tell, and he doesn't have a life. You know, as far as I can tell, Richard stays home most of the time, and so he doesn't. It's not like he's out um, spending money on yachts, and basically he's like me. Whereas I've already done everything that I wanted to do, like travel the world, the yachts, the this, the that, the this, the this. I've done all that stuff, right? So when you've already done it, and if you already spent, when you've already spent millions of dollars having fun, then you know life is like when you still making millions. It's just like, okay, you know, now I'm just gonna chill and focus on what has true meaning. Like I'm focused on just raising the kids and being comfortable. I have no interest in going to Ibiza. You know what I mean? I have no interest in going to a party on a boat, or I'm just like, I've been there, I've done that. So I look at Richard and I see, yeah, well, he's been there, he's done that, and he's not. And his concern about longevity and his passion about like technology and blockchain, and like he's like immersed in all that. So when you say it's going to him, well, what's he doing with it? Nothing. Nothing. So I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, I think when you say too much goes to Richard, it's probably someone who's getting their information from quote unquote YouTube influencers, right? And outside. But if you, I spent hours and hours watching Richard Hart, and what I see, man, I don't watch other YouTubers. I don't watch any YouTubers. I watch Ryan Blue, I watch Richard Hart. I don't even watch Hexologist because he laughs too much. So I get the information that I'm getting. I don't even watch Trayvon's videos. You know, I have watched a couple of on DSP though, so probably I will start watching if he makes videos about DSP or when he does, I'll watch those. In 2020, man, as far as Ethereum blockchain, Hex has done the best, has been the best thing on Ethereum in 2020. Gandiji is king. I thought y'all didn't call it that no more. What is it? Ethereum Global or whatever? Is that what it's called? Where you going? You going to BJ's? What is it? Yes, totally. No, I was just wondering where you
You
go.
need me to go to BJ's?
Carrots.
I don't think I have that much time because Sun is like healing hospital.
There's something else I need. It must be BJ's.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
What thing?
I can go get it.
Oh,
I
the
can go
snack
get the,
stores?
yeah, I can go to that one, but I don't want to go to the one. I'll get you carrots from Publix.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All I eat all day is carrots. Carrots. I eat one meal a day, and in between I eat apples, carrots, vegetables and stuff. Yeah, Ethereum, Gandhiji is an example of why Hex can last a long time. So, assuming Hex, let's say Hex lasts as long as Gandhiji has lasted. And the reason why Gandhiji has lasted that long is because of dedicated, the whales or whoever the top 20 people are in Gandhiji, they fuck with it. That's it. That's what they deal with. And that's what they preach. That's their religion, right? So that's what it takes to have a smart contract that is immutable, last as long as Gandhiji, right? Same thing for like Tokenair. Well, it's only been a year for Tokenair, right? So it hasn't been that long. But I don't see why it's not gonna be. Well, no, Tokenair like they kind of like did too much though. Like it's too many, too much. Yeah, I mean, at least Gandhiji is one contract and that's it. We fucking with this thing. This is it. We ain't trying to do no other contract. You know? Yeah, a cult is a cult basically, which is it's good. It's good to for it to carry on through. So I see like the same type of thing for Hex. As Hex. I mean, even the word Hex is like evil cult. Man, it's like yo, the possibilities for Hex is like when I think about like how far can like what's the most it could do? When I think about that, and I'm like shit, dog, shit. All right, so I mean, if like let's think about like Hex valued at $10 per Hex, and then you have like the top 100 whales in Hex, and they're earning from the smart contract. So they don't have any responsibilities, right? They don't have like a whole bunch of corporations and this and that. At least I don't, to be worried about. Like when you think about rich people and how much responsibilities they have, because it's not like Jeff Bezos or whatever. Like he didn't. You have to walk away from the business and take the money and say, okay, it's all about me and the money now. I don't care about the business. See, if you still have the business, you really don't have the money because you're still working, you're still a slave, right? But if you're in like Hex, you're not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And if Hex is worth $10 and you just collecting off the stakes, I mean, that's the and then you with a 100 or 1,000 others doing the same thing. That's a rich cult, man. It's a very wealthy cult. They could actually have a party on the moon, right? They could actually, I could see if that happened, they could actually. Well, why bother though? Why go to the fucking moon? I mean, it's too, unless it's like maybe a party in outer space, not on the moon. Party on a space station. Drama, gonna release lots of coins. We'll see what happened to price. In order for those, see, that's the thing, man. All right, think about it this way. Someone who's willing to stake for a long time and then get their big payday the day after big payday. Are you like that dumb to sell on that day? I mean, you've already been waiting months or weeks for this big payday, right? So you're gonna sell on what's possibly the worst day to sell? I don't think if you're smart enough to stake in the first place, I think you're smart enough to not sell on the day or the week after big payday. Yeah, I mean, you have to end your stake to get the big payday. So the person who's selling has to end the stake after big payday and then sell. So you're gonna sell on the day after. I mean, the smartest people who, all right, put it this way, the smartest people will have the most, right? Because in order for you to have that much, you have to be smart. So the smartest people are gonna have the most. And being smart means that it's not a smart idea to sell after big payday. In fact, it's not as smart to sell anytime because that amount that you're getting on big payday, you could stake that, right? You could stake that, right? and then a month later, unstake it, sell the interest, and restake it again. So it's not a pump and dump, right? Because you had to wait a year for this big payday to come. So you already, I mean, if you want to get back your principal, you could have already gotten that back. Because especially if you got it in the first 6 weeks, right? And then the price went up so much. So whatever you put in on the first 6 weeks, you can just sell a small portion of it. I don't know, man. I don't know about this price dump. I think if you're on the outside looking in, and you're not really entrenched in Hex, you're gonna think oh, there's gonna be a price dump. But even if there is, man, is the price still gonna be low 6 months later? I see these stakes, man, that are 4 years, 3-year stakes, 2-year stakes going in all the time, man. And here's the thing about Hex, man. It's done. It's complete. It's done. There's no overhead. There's no overhead for Hex. There's no developers that need to get paid. Money comes out of Hex, goes into marketing. There's no miners getting paid. So even Bitcoin pays miners. You have to mine that shit and sell the Bitcoin to pay for the mining. There's nothing like that in Hex. In Hex, you get paid to hodl, you know, right? You get paid to hold. That's it. That's all you gotta do is just not sell, and you earn more. It's very, you know. And so this is the same thing that like DSP is doing. All right, so DSP, the only thing I see, which I think is a problem that can be solved, is, you know, right now for the first 300 and something days, you're earning TRX, right? For your DSP stakes. But when that's done, you're not going to be earning TRX anymore. So what is the, and so, but you know, it's too far ahead to think, you know, I think by then DSP would have a value as far as like you can stake it and earn more DSP. But what could happen is, you know, 6 or 8 months into DSP when things are winding down and another DSP can launch. You know, it's just like what's stopping someone from just launching another one, just like how T2X existed and then now DSP launched. And you know, it's all gravy in the first 2-3 months. And I don't know what it looks like after the auction is done. Like, what's the value of it after the auction is done? After you no longer earn TRX for your DSP stakes. They have to figure out where the value comes from. I think the real value has to do with marketing. So just like how Hex has Richard Hart and a whole bunch of followers and other marketers who support Richard Hart, and it means that another Hex can't launch without someone like that, without a Richard Hart, and there is no other one like that. So for instance, if DSP has Trayvon and he becomes like the Richard Hart of DSP, then it's going to be hard for another DSP to launch and have success if they don't have a solid marketer with a long track record, you know, to support it. And there's no one like that, right? When I think about Ontron, as far as a marketer has a long track record. I think Trayvon has the longest track record on Tron as far as marketing. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, the big payday is definitely going to be fun to see what happens. Or not fun. It's fun if it goes up. But again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I know what I want to do. I'm just going to continue with the flow that I already have. Like, I do 33-day stakes, and whatever I earn for those 33 days, I convert to ETH, and I multiply it. So like if I earn whatever amount I earn, I divide it by 33, right? And whatever it is amount divided by 33, every day I wake up, I convert it to ETH. But not every day. Sometimes I skip a day You know, because what happens is if the price pumps on Hex a lot, I'll do like 2x. I'll do it twice. So I do it like 2 times today and then skip tomorrow. And sometimes when I see it go down in deep in a big red candle, I wanna like swap ETH for Hex, but I haven't been able to do that. Like every time I want to swap ETH for Hex, man, that's a good trade. I could get the Hex right now. I know it's gonna go back up, but I think, man, I already have so much Hex though. I'm like, I'm just gonna not do that. I'm not gonna trade. Yeah, views on the live streams. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, if you're interested in more in-depth, in-depth info about what I'm talking about, like DSP. Actually, let me give you a link to my DSP while I'm sitting here. You can become a member. I don't even like. YouTube tells me talk about your membership so you can promote it. So because YouTube asked me to, I have a members section, whereas I make videos about philosophy. Like, what I've been doing is I talk on the live streams, and sometimes I come up with this really great. I start flowing, and I'm like, "Yo, that's a nice flow." I start saying stuff I would have never said if I wasn't live streaming, and then what I do is then I go for a walk, and I remake the thing, but better, right? So and then I make like I made a DSP video last night that's really good as far as how I'm dealing with it. A video that I would never show the general public because if I showed the public, it wouldn't work. But it's worth it. I mean, so that's like, I feel like the video I made last night is a good reason to have a members only section because it's true value. It's true value, man. So I'm hearing that I don't know, but the speculation is that Spider is the one who's doing this DSP platform. And although there's like some people might have bad things to say about Spider, I don't know. My experience of Spider is POTJ. And I would say that POTJ was a really good effort, a really good effort by Spider, right? And so if I'm going to use POTJ as the reason why this DSP token is a good thing, I think, yeah. The thing about Spider, he really tries. He puts a lot of effort, but not no buts. I mean, the last thing he did didn't turn out so well, but I saw all the effort that he was putting in to try to get it to turn out well. But I guess when he realized that this ain't going nowhere, he just decided to say, okay, fuck this, But based on how I see this working, if it is, it's probably a good thing. I would say Spider is more trustworthy than Bankroll. Bankroll is slimy as fuck. There is a lot to lose if DSP fails. So I can see him going hard for it. Yeah. By bid AO opinion, little scammy. If you think it's a little scammy, then obviously it is, right? Because I don't even know what it is, right? But the fact that you know, I'll search it though. Let me search for it. Search Google for bid IAO. Market cap, redefining finance. Let's see. Buy bid AO chain, redefining finance. Is it done? Or is it like future promises? Like, we're gonna do this, you know? Is it done? Because if it's not done, then no. No. If it's just like, here's what we plan to do, then no. You know, who's gonna market it? You know what I mean? You can't have success without good marketing. You can't have, you know, it's like, that's it. Carrots are good for your eyesight. Yeah, man. I get the big bag of organic carrots from BJ's. And I have my son do them and put them in the fridge. That's the magic right there. Having him do them. Baidu is the only ICO to be on. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like ICO. No. Future promises, man. It's not done. Bring it right back to Hex. Hex was being worked on for 2 years before it launched. They spent, I think I've heard him say $120,000 to get the audits done. Out the pocket, no ICO. Right? So that's a good story, man. And then launched it. Done. Yeah, but I just went to the site and I'm not seeing. All I see is a whole bunch of talk about decentralized fight, blockchain agnostic. I'm not seeing what this is. I like interested department. What does it do? I see a whole bunch of big words. Like for instance, Chainlink. I have like a general idea of what Chainlink does, but if I go to try to dig deep and see what it does, it's not for the average person. You know, it's like, it's some enterprise, it's some complicated. It's really, actually, Chainlink is actually, what it does is really simple, but when you try to read about it or try to learn about it, they make it sound so fucking complicated. So it's like, when you have something simple and then you make it sound complicated, I can't trust it. Because, you know, why don't you just simply say what it is instead of use a whole bunch of big words in a like funky jargon, man. So I'm supposed to just buy Baidu and hold the tokens and wait for the price to go up? Is that what I'm supposed to do? If that's what I'm supposed to do, then no, man. I don't do that. You know, if I'm not using it for something, then it's not worth it's not worth messing around with. Every day I go to the Ethereum stable contract and I can withdraw. Every day I go to nowhex.com to the stable TRX stable and I click roll. You know, I'm doing something. It has value, you know? It's not like I'm just gonna sit there and read a whole bunch of stuff and believe in a story and then buy the tokens and wait for the price to go up and then sell it because the price went up. Dog, that's not how I wrote. That's not how you're supposed to be doing blockchain tech, man. That's centralized. That's centralized finance. Because then you sitting there waiting on a bunch of dudes to do some work. Nah, man, I rather be on the same level playing field with everyone else, whereas I'm interacting with a smart contract that's doing all the work, right? I'm interacting with a smart contract that's doing all the work, and everyone in the contract is doing the same thing, right? Nobody is special, man. Nobody's doing anything special. We all doing the same thing. Ain't nobody smarter than me. It's like saying you smarter than me. Here goes my money. Just because you say you smarter than me, I'm supposed to give you my money. You haven't even proved it. Like, yo, prove it. Prove it, man. Put a contract out that I can use. Like DSP is something I've been hearing about for like a month ago. I've been hearing about it. And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm hearing about it, but I didn't give it no attention until it actually launched. And I'm like, okay, the site looks good, the contract looks good. Features. A new standard in DeFi, secure, stable, instant. Send an open DeFi application, send to be used in open for anyone, 100 collateralized cryptocurrency, and price stable through stable coins, man. Partners, Tron, Chainlink, Teller, Ontology. Nah, man, don't waste your time with this, man. Forget about Baidu, and just forget about that. If you up on the ICO, whatever, if you up, sell it. Woo! About to sell some more DSP. Shouldn't have said that, but yeah. Price is up on DSP. I'm having fun with this. $5.4 million. Nice. What's the input? What? Oh, I'm on the wrong wallet. You stake DSP and get straight. Yeah, you get Tron back. You know what I'm saying? The first day, I put 20K Tron into DSP, and I staked it. And so far, I did a 10-day stake, right? I did a 10-day stake. And the first day, I earned 20K. The second day, I earned 20K. So I already earned 40K on that stake. So the second day, I put 10K into DSP. And not only do I earn TRX, but I earn DSP tokens, right? And I did another 10-day stake. First day, I earned 10K. So I earned back more than 10K on the first day of that second day stake. So the way this is going, I see these type of, of course the returns get less and less each day, but it's gonna take about 2 months for it to be like not so great. And that's only if a lot of users don't start coming in. And I think based on the marketing, Ryan Blue's marketing, Trayvon's marketing, I'm doing a little, I'm doing my thing, based on that, I don't see and then others gonna, get on I mean, it's gonna be like, I think it could be, if it's 6 months of success, there's a lot to be gained. So, like today, I put in 60K. So, the first day I did 20K. And based on how much I'm earning, so I said, okay, I did 60K today. And tomorrow I might do 60 again. So because I have a method now that I figured out how to get that 60K back. Like if I put it in today, I know how to get it back tomorrow, which I'm not going to reveal that method to the public, but I have a video that I did last night that reveals how I get that done. And if you're in DSP anywhere, if you're in the Telegram, if you're anywhere, you're not going to figure that out because it's not, it's just, you have to know the ins and outs, right? So, and that's what I'm doing right now. I put in, how much did I put in yesterday? 20K, and I'm getting that back right now. Yeah, man, Tron is sweet, man. So what I love about Tron is how fast it works, man. So with Tron, all you really need, forget about Justin Sun. All you really need is a good contract and a strong community, right? Just like how Hex has a really good contract and a strong community. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on in Ethereum. And I would say, maybe a lot of those things, even though they might support Hex secretly, to the public, they might seem like they don't give a damn about Hex, so they don't support it. But I think secretly, a lot of them do, right? So what I see with the DSP thing right now is a good contract and a strong community. And again, it's still the first few days of it, but get past the first 2 weeks, and I think it's kaboom. I think it's kaboom, man. Failed. Let's do 100 then. Yeah, so like the DSP, as it says on their website, as the contract says, 95% of the Tron that goes into the auction lobby is paid out to the DSP stakers. And the developers keep 5%. So yesterday, for instance, was it 9 point something million, or let's call it 10 million Tron went into the auction lobby. 9.5 million is paid out to stakers, and then a 500,000 goes to the developers, right? So a 500,000 Tron in one day for developers for a contract that's done, right? So I mean, they're coming up, but the users are also coming up. you know? So, yeah. So I think, you know, what the developers, if I was a developer, what I could do is I hold on to all the TRX that I'm getting. And when the auction lobby slows down, I put that TRX in the auction lobby. So if the lobby is like 10 million a day, and then it starts slowing down, it goes to 9 million, it goes to 8 million, it goes to 7 million, it goes to 4 million. Then I can say, all right, I'll put some TRX in the auction lobby, and reverse the fact of it going down, make it start going back up again. You know. So what's cool about this, right? When I think about, okay, so the contract is done. There's you can trade with JustSwap, right? So you don't need an so there's really no work for the developers to do. You just have to keep the website up. So when you think about that, like, because there's no overhead, then all the TRX being earned can just go right back into the contract. You know, because even the users like myself, most of the users, the TRX that they get, where's it gonna go? Most of it's going right back into the contract. So really, all the TRX and everything is just going right back in, and this invites new users to be a part of it. So it's like when you think about, you know, most users just want to build up and compound, right? And then when are they gonna take out and spend it? When the price of TRX goes up, right? That's most likely when anyone is gonna convert the TRX to US dollars. So they're gonna sit there and keep recycling and compounding. And when TRX pumps, you're gonna have a bunch of people selling, but they're getting their value from whatever is pumping TRX. You know, it's other stuff going on Tron, you know, because Tron's got a lot of shit going on, right? So when other things pump Tron, then the TRX that I'm holding or whatever it is that I'm holding, DSP, I can sell that and collect gains, and then, you know, go buy a new computer, you know. No, you can't say price manipulation, you know, because it's not, you're not price, it's not a real price, dog. The real price is when you move TRX or DSP into US dollars. That's the real price. Whatever is going on inside the blockchain is just speculative price. So speculative price isn't the real price. The real price is what happens when Tron pumps. And Tron's pumping because of other things going on Tron. Just like how Ethereum pumps when DeFi goes on. And then so I have ETH that I got from Hex, and then Ethereum pumps, and I convert that ETH to USD. That's the real price. Right? So when you say price manipulation, everyone's recycling. Everyone is doing the same thing. The developers are doing it. The users are doing it. I'm doing it. Everyone's doing it, you know? And it doesn't matter what they do until the TRX price pumps, and then, okay, shit, I'm gonna get some out. But how much are they gonna get? How much are they gonna take out? They're not gonna take it all out. They're gonna take out what they need. So that's what, like, a contract like this, like Hex or even Gandiji or any of these contracts, it allows you to hold on to your crypto and compound it, and then you only take out what you need. and then it's working for you, so others do the same thing, and the world is a big place, man. The world is a very big place. So whereas right now, I don't know how many users are on DSP, but sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit. If there's like 2,000 users in it, there's 30,000 more that could come in within the next year, and even another 50,000 more that can come in, by 2022, all doing the same thing. But again, after the first year, I don't know what the value proposition, they'll have to figure out a way to. The only value proposition is dedicated marketing, right? But if for whatever reason the marketers decide to switch to something else, then I don't know. T2X never had any dedicated marketers, as far as I know. I didn't see anyone reputable marketing T2X. And when I looked at T2X, I didn't like the website because there was too many grammatical errors. The English was bad, and I was like, no, I can't promote something that has bad English. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, y'all can't fix the English, the grammar on the website. It's probably fixed now though, because I had talked about that a lot. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, what's up with the English? Because somebody came to me talking about T2X, and I was like, no, I'm not. When I look, I mean, as far as the way the contract works, the technicals looks good, sounds good. But when I looked at the you know, nice. Conrad Zen. Yeah, man. Like the last time TRX did a massive green candle, I didn't have any Tron to sell, and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna let that happen again. you know, I need to have TRX ready to go when it does like a massive green candle like that. I saw it pay off my debt when Ethereum went up. What? I was like collecting ETH when it was like under 200, 100 and whatever. That shit hit 400. I'm like, okay, time to pay off the credit card debt. You know what I mean? That was sweet. And now it's back. Well, it's not really back down, but it's lower than it was before. That shit's gonna pump again. I have no debt to pay off. That's gonna be crazy. If I don't have a reason to convert it, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna sit there, you know, because I don't believe in like stable coins and all that. I just hold ETH. That's gonna be crazy for it to go up, and I have nothing to use it, nothing to do with it. Like it's just gonna sit there, like it's gonna go up, and I'm gonna watch it go back down, and I didn't take any out. But I can play between TRX and ETH though. So if ETH's up and TRX is down, I can go from ETH to TRX and vice versa. So that's one reason, one thing to do. One thing I see though is that when ETH goes up and then it gets busy and the fees get really high, for sure TRX goes up after that. And now they have Wrap Bitcoin on Tron. Wrap Bitcoin on Tron is an interesting thing, man. Because a lot of the value comes from Wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum and those contracts that deal with it. I was thinking that Wrap Bitcoin on Tron is like the Chinese people would, or whoever it is, whoever those Asians are. I don't know if they're Chinese or Japanese or where they're from, but wherever those Asians are who are on Tron with millions and millions and gazillions of Tron, I figure, you know, wrapped Bitcoin on Tron would be attractive to them, which is good for Tron. If Tron can say we have more wrapped Bitcoin than Ethereum, that's good for Tron. That's marketing. That's good marketing for Tron, man. That's what the Tron's goal should be. Tron's goal should be having more wrapped Bitcoin on Tron than wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum. I think once I start earning with DSP, like I mean I'm earning with it, but I haven't withdrawn the TRX yet. So like once I'm in the clear, which is like after my first 10 days, or let's say after 20 days, and I'm in the profit with DSP, that's when I'm gonna convert a lot of ETH to TRX because it tells me that you know, TRX is working out for me. TRX ETH value is on the dip right now. I should convert some now, nigga. Fucking around. It's hard though. Let me see. 0.0072. Mm. 53. Oh, that's a good deal. I might take that deal. Shit. I'm about to get me some TRX. You know what I mean? In fact, if I do a trade now, it'll be the cheapest price I've gotten since I've been converting ETH to TRX. So I can't not do it, right? Mm. Fuck it. Four ETH. I'm getting 4 ETH worth of Tron. Oh shit! Like looking for the phone. It's right here. Most coins going to moon, we are going to be filthy rich, but then year after September onwards. What's most coins? I don't know about most coins. I think a lot of them are already falling off, man. You look at the top performers this year. Ethereum is a top performer. Hex is the best performer for the whole year. Chainlink performed well, but it's going back down now, like in a really bad way. All the DeFi coins are going down. Like they are fucking volatile. They're like, I don't know, the DeFi coins, it's like hard for me to feel good about. I don't mess with none of those, right? But when I look at the charts for those, I'm like, yo, these things, those charts don't breed any kind of confidence. Like they look scary to me. Um, So when you say a whole bunch of coins going up, I mean, I see, like I said, I see good things for TRX because there's good marketing. I see good things for ETH because there's anything with good marketing. I see good things for it. will be the one to moon in November, December. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up. I don't see moon. You too hype about crypto, man. You sound too hype to me. You have to relax, dog. Nothing's mooning and nothing's pumping. Everything is just slowly going, you know, taking its little time to go up, man. All this moon pumping stuff, that's for new stuff. I'm gonna tell you what moons and what pumps. Stuff that just came out and with a whole bunch of promises, and it'll go up for like a week and then crash right back down. But if you're talking about the reputable stuff, like stuff that's been around a while, I don't see none of that stuff going up moon or whatever, or pump, or what do you call it? What do you call it? Bull run. All that stuff is just gonna go up slowly, little by little, cause it's gonna take utility, man. Bank bail-in. Forget about banks, man. Bitcoin's small, man. You know, there's no real financial problems in the world right now. The world is like, it's doing good financially, man. And thanks to COVID, you know what I mean? There's not gonna be any of that stuff you're saying. Nah, man. Technology's running the show, man, not human beings, right? And technology is like has a way of doing things, like kind of like how COVID is. All right, so you see, like 9/11 was like a big boom. That was 9/11. Well, you know, an event comparable to 9/11 is COVID. But you see how COVID works? Slow. It's a slow grind, right? So forget about all these sudden events, black swans, this, that. Everything is a slow grind. So what you do is you position yourself in a nice spot and go with the flow. Separate thinking about like major changes happening sudden major changes. That's not how reality works anymore, man. Things change, but it's always a slow grind. The most aggressive thing that happened this year was people trying to get toilet paper. And if you had enough toilet paper, you just have to wait that out. Like, nobody really ran out of toilet paper. It was just like a 1 week where everybody's trying to get toilet paper. That was like the most aggressive thing that happened this year. I mean, you talk about looting and all that. Well, if you're not out there looting, and if you're not being looted, then and if you are, then get up and go, man. Like if I'm yeah, so it's like everybody chooses what they want to do. So if you're gonna choose to be out there protesting and looting, that's your choice. That's the life you're choosing to live. But you can make a choice not to do that and go live somewhere where that's not going on. And having that choice is why I say, it's a slow grind, man. Yeah, it's a slow grind. Like Hex is a slow grind. DSP is a slow grind, man. Get into slow grind. You know, you probably have sex like really, really fast. You probably like be pussy bitch. That's probably how you do it. You should try the slow grind, man. She'll like it. Or masturbate slowly instead of fast. Decorrelated. I think Hex being decorrelated to the rest of the market is just the choice. It's because like those who are into Hex are doing it that way, right? So this is the chart for ETH and TRX. So when it did this right here, I was like, man, I want to be around when this happens again. So I just got some TRX. I got 4 ETH worth of TRX right here. So that's a good time. And then like that 4 ETH came from Hex, and Hex being up, right? Because Hex has been up for like the past week, at least up for me. You know what I mean? So it's like I convert Hex to ETH when Hex is up, and then I convert ETH to TRX when TRX is down. So like if TRX, it has to go. This is a small candle. It has to go like up here somewhere, and then I'd be like, okay, I'll convert some TRX to ETH. If this, yeah, well, this on this chart, if the ETH TRX chart, and just play that flow, and at the same time I'm earning ETH and I'm earning TRX. Yeah, I mean that's why I like Hex, because it gives me a way to earn ETH. Because the value of Hex is strong. There's a lot of liquidity. So I can earn Hex and convert that to ETH. And ETH is one step away from USD, right? DSP, I can earn TRX. TRX is a high liquidity and all that. And when I would use TRX to get ETH. Yeah, TRX is from the blockchain. The blockchain is not trash.
it could be trash if you're talking about the users. You know, the users are trash, man. There's not. They're like the TRX has the trash users, man. But the blockchain is pretty good, man. Yeah, I like that statement about Hex. I was talking about. I think I talked about that yesterday. How the idea behind what Bitcoin was supposed to be. That's what Hex is. You know, and I realized that the creator of Hex is someone who was very religious about Bitcoin and hated everything else. And so he was religious about Bitcoin based on what Bitcoin's supposed to be, the fundamentals and all that. And when he figured out that, oh, that's not what Bitcoin's about anymore, and he created Hex, his explanation for what Hex is, it's all about improving on everything and maintaining the religion of what Bitcoin's supposed to be. So Hex doesn't pay miners. You know, miners don't sell the price down. It's cost efficient, meaning that there's no mining. I mean, there's mining for Ethereum, but Ethereum is on a path to not be that way, you know, in the future. Whereas proof of stake, right? So and all the other things, you know, faster transactions and you know, so like Hex looks like trash too. Well, let's see, gold diamond shop. So yeah, you sell gold and diamonds. If you sell gold and diamonds, all crypto is trash. For sure. All crypto is trash. So I agree with you. From your point of view, from your point of view, all crypto is trash. So definitely agree with you. If you was to start today with 3 cryptos, would you hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tron? And there's another one, but you know, that's not. It's geared toward content creators, so I wouldn't say hold it. If you're a content creator, then LBC, which is library, is good. Because being a content creator, you can earn more LBC, right? But if you're not like set up to earn LBC, you know, you shouldn't. You know, what I mean, you could hold it, but you know, it's more fun if you're doing something with it. You know, if you're earning with it. But to hold, yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tron, man, because they're the ones that have the most. Bitcoin has the most. Should I say, big money or marketing? I don't know. I think Ethereum will have most likely have the most gains, especially if they do figure out a way to upgrade it. You know, if they figure out a way to make the fees cheaper, man. Well, they are figuring it out though. It's just a matter of they're figuring it out. But until it's done, I can't really.
I didn't hurry up to see what happened.
Why are you bringing all that stuff upstairs?
Because I'm coming back downstairs, but I need to see what happens with the.
You could have left the bags down here though. There's no next Ethereum, man. It's just like saying the next Bitcoin. There's no next Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin. There's Ethereum. And Tron has a chance, you know, because Tron has just, well, you know, Tron has a chance. Wise crypto. Wise token, the smartest way to earn crypto. According to Google, I've already clicked on this link, so I've seen it, but I just don't remember it. Why don't I remember it if I've already seen it? I recognize this logo. Oh, yeah, I saw some girl, Crypto Wendy, talking about this. Yeah, reserve wise, stake wise, sell wise. Yeah, da-da-da-da. Referral link. Provable oracle. Random supply days is determined by shortly after the end of the day. Wise leverages provable oracle API, which generates randomness, deliver on-chain provability. Random supply days, even Wise developers don't know how much supply offered. Yeah, that's not bad. Random supply days. Use DeFi tokens for Wise reservations, Wise liquidity transfers. Stake-wise. Let's look at stake-wise. How's that look? All right, connect with MetaMask. Fine, I'll connect. Oh, pre-sale? No, man. I'm not down with pre-sales, man. I don't do that, man. That's probably why I didn't look at it. You know, pre-sale. Oh man, I don't do that, man. You gonna put something out? Why does it have to be a pre-sale? I don't like anything with a pre-sale, man. That's shady to me, man. That's greed. I already closed the website though. I'll go back to it. Let me go history. I saw the word pre-sale. I closed it. Let me go back to it. See, but there was a pre-sale though, so it's like Reserve, create a referral link, stake wise. I want to see what stake looks like. And earn interest. Staking duration. What? I can't stake for less than, let me see. How much staking days? Questions. Allows you to stake their wise, locking it up for a period of days in order to earn interest. The primary function of the contract is that word. Users may stake as they like after it reaches its full maturity. Use, close it, and receive a full plus interest without penalty. Some other stake with wise never penalizes a mature stake, no matter how late it is eventually closed. Allows you to much flexibility. Also should underpass way before opening stakes. When a user opens a stake, they choose an amount of wise to stake. You know what's missing? What's missing from this is marketing. Pushed by all YouTubers. All YouTubers. Let me search for YouTube. Wise token. Yeah, so I can say that wise could be a good thing, right? But I'm as far as me personally, I'm satisfied with what I'm already doing. Fairly launched. Minted by the token reserves can be minted by even following the end of the LP pool. Each day LP pool. It's like the more I read here, it's like Hex, but they're just trying to make it
So, he was using my laptop, right?
trying to make it look more professional.
He
You
was
know?
using my laptop,
Yeah.
and then locked him out. And,
So what about his laptop?
no, his laptop, something's wrong with it. Like, I have to trade it back just because something's wrong. So anyways, he was using my laptop, my battery died, then he didn't know how to log back in. And then, they called me, they told me he's doing a state test. So I logged him off the state test. You get it?
Okay.
So, yeah. So I had to come back.
Why you put those boxes down there?